Hello students! Welcome to class! Today we are behind the scenes of a premiere going on. However, this is not my premiere. This is the premiere of a news station that has 2.1 million followers, subscribers, and presently there are 2,500 people who are watching the news stream, which I have muted because the whole point of this video is simply to introduce you to the idea of doing polite activism on live streams. The comment I wrote that I'm just about to release says, "Animals suffer terribly in our food industry. They cry and beg for their lives. We can help them. We can choose to eat vegan foods from now on. Happy Vegan Declaration Day to all new vegans here." To be ready, what you can do is write out some comments ahead of time. You simply type them in a notepad or on a Word document, and then you just copy and paste them so that you are more effective. I wrote, "Culture doesn't define morality. Something isn't necessarily moral just because it's cultural or legal. Cultures evolve and change and can become more compassionate." Now, obviously, it would be easier if I had more than 200 characters with which to explain my point. But the main thing I'm trying to say is that you cannot blame your culture for your bad behavior. So I'm looking over at my other screen right now and I'm copying and pasting another comment. You can see that people are here writing things like "plants have parents" and strange comments like "where's the relish?" And I write, "A person with the capacity but not the inclination to cease suffering is morally incomplete. The sad truth is that if you're not vegan, you're an animal abuser." And that's just a fact. People don't like to face that, but it's true. When you pay into these industries, you cause tremendous harm. And you see people are still commenting there about plants. And here's my next comment. "Dairy products like cow's milk increase the risk of prostate cancer. There are also links to breast cancer and ovarian cancer. Soy milk is not linked to these things. So be sane, be vegan, and start now." I'm sure that I'm missing some of the comments that you guys are able to read while I post here. But right now I am looking at another comment. "Today's the day to start. Buy lentils, tofu, rice, and beans. Make a giant spinach banana smoothie. When you look down at your plate, you'll be so proud that you chose compassion instead of cruelty." People are commenting here that they will have beef, and other people are still commenting about the actual news story, so there's a bit of both. The idea, once again, is to just be polite and teach vegan facts. And I'm going to write here that vegan phobia, like racism, homophobia, sexism, and ageism, is wrong. Be vegan fantastic instead. In other words, don't be cruel to animal rights activists. Be kind to them. Try to include vegans when you're eating, when you're going to restaurants, and places like that. Help support them. They're just trying to be good people and to save the planet and to help stop suffering. The news story that you can't hear, but that's going on right now, is about immigration to the United States, in case you're wondering. Every once in a while, somebody writes something kind of interesting. "We have the technology to grow meat in facilities. No animals die from it. They just get tissue samples to grow the cells. It would reduce the cost of meat too." So that's great. Thank you, Orbit, for interacting with me here and for your comment. So I'm going to write that. Sometimes I tag people and I don't have time to get into a long discussion, but I'll just write "Happy Vegan Declaration Day." And another comment. 65% of Hispanic Americans, 70% of African Americans, and 90% of Native Americans, and 95% of Asian Americans are lactose intolerant. They get sick when they drink cow's milk. So we should serve them soy milk instead, especially in schools. Somebody just wrote that fish is meat and everything dies. And somebody's writing something about when they eat beans, and somebody's writing filet mignon. Somebody else says vegans always look sick, which is crazy. Have you ever looked at vegan athletes? Vegan athletes are everywhere right now. They are functioning at the Olympic level. They never eat meat, dairy, or eggs. Go and check out the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. Or check out any magazine covers these days. They're always talking about vegan athletes, how healthy and strong they are. Here's a quote from a doctor who does not get sponsored by the meat, dairy, or egg industries. Dr. Neil Barnard. He writes, "The beef industry has contributed to more American deaths than all the wars of this century, all natural disasters, and all automobile accidents combined. If beef is your idea of real food for real people, you'd better live real close to a real good hospital." Somebody writes, "God bless you on your journey." So thank you to Orbit for that. Here's another one that I'm posting. "It's wrong to rape, enslave, confine, torture, or eat animals for taste pleasure, for smell pleasure, or because you like to hear them scream in agony. Sensory pleasure is no excuse for animal abuse." Somebody else just wrote there that fish have faces. Yes, they do. And some random person is writing the lack of protein, which is a myth. There is no lack of protein as long as you're eating enough calories. You'll do fine. Somebody writes that their goldfish dances when he's hungry. Okay. Hopefully you won't keep your goldfish hungry for long, and in fact you shouldn't be keeping any fish in a tank. Fish should be free to roam the oceans or the ponds. Since we're watching the news and commenting about current events, here's something else to think of. If you don't think it's okay for Putin to pay for murder of the innocent, then why do you do it 3 times a day? He pays for the army, you pay for the slaughterhouse. To animals, you're all Nazis. So, checking out my bank of comments and copying another one here for you. Cat's milk is for baby cats, dog milk is for baby dogs, cow's milk is for baby cows. You're not a baby cow. Grow up, drink soy milk or oat milk instead. Be kind, be vegan fantastic, and start now. Don't be like Gordon Ramsay. You're not a baby cow. Cat milk is for baby cats. Dog milk is for baby dogs. Human milk is for baby humans. And cow's milk is for Gordon Ramsay. What the fuck? How old is he? By the way, if you're not yet following my newest TikTok account, it's called Music by That Vegan Teacher. And I now have 170,000 followers over there. So come and check it out. I often do lives in the evening where I dance to different people's requests. So it's a lot of fun. I dance in my kitchen and people dance at their own homes. And it's just a way to have fun in the evening and get some exercise. People are still here engaged. Somebody wrote, "I eat flounder." Another person talked about going fishing. And that's okay, as long as they're still engaged here with us and thinking about veganism and the animals. So I'm going to put another comment here. 80 billion land animals are killed each year. This is a horrendous, unnecessary crime. Please help stop so much suffering. Be kind, be vegan fantastic, start now. The word vegan fantastic was underlined there because the dictionary has not yet recognized it as a word. That's because I invented it. And it means the opposite of vegan phobic, which is another word that I invented. And it simply means to be a helper to vegans. All right, here's somebody's writing about all the different foods they eat. Asparagus, tomatoes, avocados, potatoes, cilantro. That's great. Excellent. When we see animals suffering, we should never suppress our tears. It's normal to cry and then to become vegan after we learn what the animals go through. Why pay for murder if you don't have to? We can see here that people are still posting some kind of comments about veganism. One writes, "We cannot get all our required nutrients without eating meat," which is absolutely false. It has been proven over and over again. There are pregnant mothers who are vegan. When they get pregnant, they're already vegan. So the whole time that they're pregnant, they are creating a baby inside of them that's fully vegan. These babies are born and live their entire lives as vegans. They don't eat meat, dairy, or eggs. They're 100% healthy. They can run fast. They're as good in school. Everything is perfect.
There's no excuse for animal abuse. Not religion, not an eating disorder, not peer pressure, not your monetary status. Don't eat animals, don't buy their bodies, don't steal their milk, their blood, or their honey. Don't wear their fur or their feathers. It is only by the grace of God that you are not in their skin. Each time you see a public display of meat, dairy, stolen eggs, or fur in an ad, give it the middle finger. Each time you see an animal suffering, run to help as if you were the victim. Each time it's time to eat, ask for and choose the vegan option. Don't be a bully to vegan children or anyone who has compassion for the animals. Heaven awaits those who do their part with a compassionate heart. Every vegan started out like you, thinking they could never be vegan. It was a crazy thing to do, and yet here they are, 100% vegan, speaking out on behalf of the victims all over the world. Never think that you can't be an ethical animal rights activist, because not only can you do it, but it's also your moral duty and your destiny. Be brave, be better, be vegan, be loved, and start now.
Thanks for being here today, everyone. If you find value in this channel, like, subscribe, comment, and press the notification bell.
Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now.